You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Alright, good evening, y'all. Got a Texas style Dx1600 X. And the way these things are built, you come in, you go through this board, you come back out to go over here and go to there. Well, you see a little bit of ghost spots through that, and the guy's stating in his paper that that he's seeing a little bit of SWR, and this has got Toshibas in it. They're all matching 2879s, 5Fs. And me, myself, personally, I wouldn't run this thing with no more than the radio. I didn't run it. It's doing pretty good. It's got a little bit of SWR in it, but not much. Well, got it hooked up with a tuned 6-foot jumper and a dummy load right there. And getting 1.28, 128. Ain't too bad. And then pre-tuned it a little bit to see what it's going to take. And this is a 15 puff cap. Let's add this side this time, see what it does. Now, this thing ain't got no power on it or nothing like that. My meter done shut off. SWR, okay, okay. Let's put my finger on it. Take my finger out of the equation because I'd be part of an antenna too. 1.7, 1.17. No, 1.7. Okay, go to the other side. We're trying to get SWR out of an amplifier. A little bit everywhere is needed sometimes. And see, just switching sides got it down a little bit. Was 1.17, 1.17. Now it's 1.15. So that's going to look better on the meter. We'll see as I talk through. And let's see. And the dummy load with that piece of coax on it is 1.08. See, there's not very much picking up through it, but you're picking up a little bit through the amplifier because you're running through a fuse link at that. So you're running through that, coming out through here. It's seeing some of it as an antenna, and that's the reason it's doing that. But a little bit of a mismatch because of everything it's got to go through. if this helps out a little bit. But yeah, we're going to leave it right there. These 4 nuts was loose. Dangerously loose. We'll throw a little Loctite on them. They was really loose, about ready to fall out. Alright, I'm going to call the customer and see if he wants to do a power wire upgrade to it. Pretty sure so, said he'd do anything I needed to do to it, but I'm going to make sure before I do it. But I think that's going to help out a little bit with the very little SWR it had through it. Looking pretty good, but we'll be back. Alright, later. Alright, good evening. This is not one of my favorite amps, which I ain't got a lot of favorite ones here lately. Like every one I got I don't like. And now, I'm just overwhelmed with stuff to do, and it is... It is what it is. Get done when it get done. So all I'm doing is pray about it. But alright. We have a new Texas Star Dx1600 pretty good amplifier. It just has its little things. This was sent in the paperwork. Somebody else looked at it, and he says it's, the guy that owns it says it's SWRs in it, and I don't see any. I mean, it had a little bit on the talk through. I tuned them out, put a power wire upgrade up on it my way. I mean, is it the best way? Best that I know how. I mean, somebody probably does them better, I don't know, easier. This one has took me about 3 hours to do the power wire upgrade on it, which most people wouldn't go into this much detail, but I just try to do as best as I possibly can. I got an individual ground wire run to each board, and 2 wires run off of here, and all of them's tied together. Yeah, all the grounds are still tied together. I left the ground wires still on there. You got this board and that board still tacked together, this board and that board still tacked together, and then these are tacked together with these pins here, and 2 goes out 1. I don't know if y'all can see that good or not, but it's 2 wires come up in here and hooked them individually hooked to the transistors. One's here, one's here. It's like a spider. This one's here and this one's here. But it has 4 ground wires, 1 each board. It only had one going in here and one going in here, and then the other two was fed through here. This is better, if you ask me. Everybody's got their own picks. This is a piece of copper sheet. That's solid copper. I ordered that off of eBay. It's solid copper sheet, and I sheared it on my shear. That's probably one of the most useful tools in the shop besides a soldering iron and a drill. That little shear over there has been very helpful. This is on two of the nylon. It's two nylon. I got some of these are aluminum. I need to get some more of these. These are aluminum, and it's made a little different than isolators. But I need to get some more of them. But I got some nylons. That I got from rfjunk.com. You have to call him with the nylon insulators. You can cut these down and thread it pretty much all the way through. But this was a 440 screw going down through there, and I tapped them out to a 632, and then put a longer bolt down through there. So pretty much this whole way up through there is a long bolt. That bolt's screwed down in the board, then Loctite it, and then the oscillator screwed down on it, and it's a little bit of in between this screw and that, so shortlets don't go to ground. So that's isolated. And then you got the two back ones. One goes back here, one goes up here, and they attach here. And then this one goes over to this output transformer. This one goes out to this output transformer. That's all for the boards all tied together. This board here don't really matter. This is pretty much nothing. There's no transistors there. This is just your shit, I don't know how to say that. I don't know. Fuck it. If you don't know, find it out. I don't know. Been a long damn day. I don't feel good. My sinus is acting up really bad. Voltage dividing circuit and all that shit. I guess the way to put it. That's your. I don't even know why they put that on there. That's kind of stupid because it's inside the amp. As you, if this is off, it's your master control, but it's stupidity. If you ask me, I don't know. I just don't see the use anyway. It's inside the amp, which I like. They've got this down here, but then again, it's caused a whole nother trouble where you got to go in, go up through here, come back out, go over to there. It's a whole lot of impedance bump through this amp, through that part of it. But it works good. It's working like it should. Let's see if I can get this up on here. These was loose, these 4 screws, but then I found out why they was loose. These switches didn't want to turn on and off. They was dragging against the case here, and I had to do a little cleanup in there to get these switches to ride in the middle without hanging up. These switches have to come through the front of the board like this. And they will get hung up. And they will ride on that case if you don't watch. But everything's working like it should. Let's go to the meter. It's a 1,000-watt slug. And you test this with without anything hooked up to it, and it'll show you better for the input. Stand it way to the box without any other thing in line. It'll show you the best without that hooked up. But I'll show you what the box looks like. Turn the power on. This is just radio, getting it? Let me turn it off. Radio 111. Just radio right there. Oh, about 15-20 watts peak. Alright. Oh, put some key in there. Oh. So she's pretty much talking 800 with just radio. Oh, 1111, 1111, 1111, 1. Alright, let me get this phone. Alright, we're back. Hit this with my little bench 2-peel, 22290s. We'll barely turn it up. Oh. A little over 100 peak going into it. Might as well take the 1,000-watt slug out, because she's going to do more than that. 2,500-watt slug. So reading that top scale. Alright. This is still just a driver. Hello. Hello. So that's 2,000. That's 500. Oh. Let's see. This will be 250. Oh, half of that by 100. 100 watts. Alright, turn this bad boy on. Little key into it. Oh, that's 1,000 right there. That's about 1,200. With a 1/2 watt reflect. This amp ain't gonna drive it too good. It's already doing about 800 on that with just the radio. Hello. And this is with the amp on with another 100. Let's see. With another about 110 watts in it, 120. Hello. So you're getting about 1,100, 1,200 out of it. So it is increasing, but not by much. I ain't driving it hard like it ought to be. But it ain't my amp. It's got Toshibas and everything in it. Don't want to hurt them. But she's running like it ought to. Hello. Audio, hello. 1111. 1111. Audio 1 2 1 2 1 2. Audio 1 2 1 2 1 2. Running like it's supposed to. Alright. So that's the wire upgrade done to it, and it's ready to go. It's got strain release in the back of it. 3 of them. Got one hole there. Might find a plug for. I got some plugs over here. Found a plug for that. And this does have the air going out the back of it. Right, nice design. But they could have done a little different with the switch pack there. I really done their best they could do with these parts they had available, but they would have had to redesign the whole thing. Other than this, they just used what they had, I guess. Done a good job. I like it. I like the way the blue lights work in it. They go up through there and get cut out holes for them. But I done all this without moving all this stuff around, trying to, you know, just completely fuck it up. This is not fucked up. It can be unfucked real easy. It can be set back just like it was, real easy. I didn't open the holes up anymore. Everything's just like it was. It'll go back. This could be took out of it, and the only thing different would be some 632 screws here instead of 440s. Other than that, everything else can go back like it was. Nothing else other than I tacked the back of these to the transformer so they don't flop around. I've not touched anything else in it. Input tune looks really good. I did add a cap right here for the talk through, because it did have a little SW on the inside of it, but it looks good. It looks good with no more. I mean, if you're getting, you know, 1300, you're getting a half a watt back. That's not bad at all. It's looking good on the back from the antenna. It's actually on antenna. It's not on dummy load. But it's got a power wire upgrade on it. I think the best I know how. I've seen some other people do some on it. I watched the videos earlier of a couple people, and they didn't do the power wire there. They did it over here on this side, but they didn't do it to the transformers. And I did it straight to the transformer. It is Teflon, silver Teflon wiring. It is kind of little, but it's 16 gauge. But it'll handle it better than, I mean, this is 14 gauge. And this was spread out in between this board and that board. It's a lot better than it was. It was two power wires coming in here, one here, and then it was divided in between the boards here, so it had to run it through them, through there. This is better than that. Gotta be. So, I know silver Teflon, silver carry better than copper, and that's silver Teflon. It'll carry it. So, alright then. Y'all have a good day. Been a miserable one. The sinus is bad. Mowing the yard, rough. Alright then, y'all have a good day. Later.